just had my hair in a ponytail. And I pulled it out just now. And I'm just here to rant or tell stories that I have. And today's mostly rant. So I barely found out about this news. I was planning on doing like a genuine story, and then something happened, and I feel like sharing it with you guys. A while back, I made a video about a show called RWBY. It basically gave my 2 cents on it because it was something that was extremely valuable to me when I was younger, and I got to see the process on the business side of how it grew and then crashed and burned. And I'm very big on just learning and observing and taking in stuff for future stuff that I plan on doing. But when I made that video, that was a while ago too. I just recently started showing videos to my younger sibling of just something that brought me joy when I was younger, and it was so hard to watch because it was definitely dated. Like, it was for a certain era, and some of the stuff even then I pointed out was like, I didn't even approve of that back then. And she's like, okay, good. And then there's some stuff here like, yeah, I didn't even think there's an issue with that as I was watching it, and it was one of my sisters, she pointed it out to me. And we went particularly towards the website to watch the series again because a lot of years back, they took most of their RWBY episodes off of YouTube and moved them over to their website. I understand it was a case of they were a small business that started on YouTube and then grew to the point where they got bought, and then they let themselves get bought out. There's a difference between having a product and trying to convince someone to help you produce it. There's a difference between you're a small company and you're selling yourself out. And there's also a big difference between you have a big idea, you get a ton of people that fall in love with your idea that are going to help support you. Sorry, I'm holding it with the camera with my hands, so if it's shaky, I apologize. But just there's a difference between like different sections, and then also just staying full blown indie. And most of those responses I respect, other than the sellout version. And it's very common. People need money, business is business, and at the end of the day, people will think less about the importance of creativity or making a statement or a theme nowadays compared to just what will make me the most money. Which in turn has made a lot of junk, a lot of crap, and people could see right through it because most high-end majority of people aren't stupid, and even people look at someone and think, oh, they're stupid. They're actually not that stupid. It's very much a case of you're not fooling majority of the people, especially if it's something that they love and are passionate about. So it was a rough case of the era of Rooster Teeth, so to say. And I was definitely more on the anime-ish inspired side of it, called RWBY. And I found out today that the website got taken down. I probably would have found out much more later if it wasn't for the fact that, because I took a huge break with my sibling of watching the show, just due to family stuff. And then we got some free time. I went, hey, let's watch this together. And she's like, okay, sure, you like it, so I'm gonna give it a shot because you keep saying it'll get better. But based off of what little I've seen, I would not have picked this up by myself. I'm like, okay, no, fair. Like, YouTube has definitely dramatically changed, and for some things for the better, but some things, I wouldn't say for the better, but this is one of those things where, like, art just got dramatically better, so of course when you see older material that was hoping to become a series, it wasn't that good. I'm gonna keep sighing dramatically because it I went to casually check up the website and it wouldn't pop up, and I'm like, oh, haha, funny. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I didn't put in the right input. And so then I tried like 3 different ways to get to the website Rooster Teeth, and each time it was a case of, nope, we're down. We're shut down. And let me take a sip. And I get it. I get it. All the passionate people that had a love for something, like, ran out of that, and all the people that were left were doing like substandard, like, podcast stuff, which is, podcasts aren't bad, but it was a case of they used to be a whole thing of animation. They had a lot more going for them. Like, it wasn't just, podcasts were a downgrade from what they were. And it was, so it's understandable because it was just a case of the business sold out, and all the the talent that actually made a special left, and all the people that stayed basically ruined the brand. And it happens very frequently. Have followed many small businesses that I was passionate about, and just seen this pattern of, they become big, they get attention, people love them. A big company that specializes in their field buys them out, and then the small company itself just withers away and dies. It happens way too much. It should not be happening like that, but at the same time, I understand how it got to that point. But the thing is, it was frustrating because all those old episodes I was watching with my sister I couldn't get to anymore. It basically is gone. It disappeared off the face of the planet, and it was kind of, it wasn't like huge, but it had a fandom. It had people that loved it. So to see something that you loved just disappear, to me, seemingly overnight, I'm sure to the people that were following that um company a bit better, actually saw the whole thing happen. It's just sad for me. And in desperation that that something about it exists, I went to go find some DVDs, and the way I see it, like, sold online, it is acting a little bit like a collector's item. I was able to find a DVD of, like, the seasons that I still liked, so I plan on getting that once I get the money. Maybe I'll get a handle to help my phone actually stay up, but so it's on my list. But it's this, maybe this is less of a case with this company in particular, more so of just a fact of growing up. I don't like it. I I was raised I wasn't raised on the internet, but I was raised with the thought of things don't disappear. And to me this felt like it just disappeared out of thin air. That's kind of terrifying to me. So, but the people, because this wasn't just a nothing burger, I'm sure in some way it'll come back one way or another, but I just felt like sharing this with you. Felt like getting it off my chest, because when I was shocked and devastated, my sister was just like, okay, whatever. I wasn't that keen into it anyways. It was me that was passionate about it, so I feel like I don't know. It's not a case of my childhood is disappearing on me, because that's not. I already knew that, like, a ton of things within my childhood have kind of left, and I've come to peace with it. It's just more so of the internet. I've been told multiple times that the internet just keeps things forever. So to see something disappear on the internet is interesting, but also kind of freaks me out a bit. Because everyone says it in like a scary, like in a doomsday way of, oh, don't do anything, don't do this, don't do that. It's gonna stay on the internet, it'll live forever. And I never had that worry, I guess. Because even if I did something wrong in the past, I know that I could change as a person and become better. That doesn't mean that everyone that's in the field does that. You have to hold people accountable if they don't actually change their behavior. But it was just more so of, it was magical in the sense that we are the generation that, and I mean generation as in people living today, not necessarily like Gen X or millennial, alpha, so on and so forth. Just, we are the generation that's gonna be able to have our legacy last much better than any, like, all the generations before us that didn't have this type of technology. Because the internet was kind of something similar. It's a very capitalistic market-based version of this, of just the book being able to be published to the rest of the world. So uh, I guess it's just reminding me how there's two ways that something could die, and I, like, if the product actually finishes, and then if it disappears off the face of the earth, and then also if it no longer is in people's memories. So technically three, but we kind of associate the first two with each other, and then the third one to be um the third one to kind of be the second one of things will stick with you because of the good actions or actions in general that someone has done. And I thought that this changed the game in a sense that even if people have genuinely forgot about like something that happened, whether it's important or just like a passion project, the internet will exist, and someone in the future will be able to find it and be able to love and enjoy it and bring life. But maybe that's just with the way that we have copyright had been slowly set up over the years, that may not be a possibility because it's now kind of more in the hands of a company with the amount of years that copyright exists for, instead of helping sustain an individual to be able to actually have an income for the work that they done. I have so much fun doing these rants. I don't mean to, because I feel like I'm like something happens and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to explain this. I feel like I have this big emotion and I slowly explain it, why I'm feeling this way, and it feels so nice knowing that there's like a reason behind this big emotion I'm feeling for this probably not that big of a deal thing that happened. So, yeah. If you like this video, please like it. If you want to hear more from me, just me sharing stuff, me ranting about stuff, or I will tell stories. Me sharing a story of just something that happened in my childhood, or something lighthearted that happened recently. Please subscribe, and I will let you go. Bye.